In the 21st century, sports is one of America's main entertainments. You can go to the game with family and friends and enjoy your time, or even go on a date, or you can stream the game at home and have a party centered around it. Some of the most popular sports in America are the most physical ones, like the NFL, NBA, and even NHL. Hockey is one of the most physically demanding sports in the world. According to New York Times, retrieved March 23, 2018, stated, a hospital in Toronto was doing research from the 2009 through 2012 hockey season and said that out of the 1,300 players, over 60% of those players missed one or more games due to injury. Today, we will uncover the history of hockey, see the equipment needed to play hockey, and see how physical the sport is. Hockey has been around since ancient times. According to www.fhl.ch, retrieved March 23, 2018, stated, historical records show that the crude form of the game was played in Egypt 4,000 years ago and in Ethiopia around 1000 BC. Museums also show evidence that it was also played in Greek and Rome. The modern game of hockey popped up in England in the 18th century. The first hockey association came in the UK in 1776, but only lasted 6 years. In 1786, the game was revived by 9 founding members. Hockey was put into the Olympics in 1908. However, they were dropped in the 1912 Olympics. They were picked back up in the 1920 Olympics, dropped in the 1924 Olympics, and in the 1928 Olympics, they got picked back up and stayed ever since. The National Hockey League, or NHL, was established in Montreal, Quebec on November 26, 1907. America joined the NHL in 1924 with the Boston Bruins, and by 1926, 5 more American teams joined. By 1942, only 6 teams remained. They were called the original 6. Since then, more teams have joined, and the NHL is what it is today. Now that we've looked at the history of ice hockey, let's identify the equipment needed to play ice hockey. There is an unbelievable amount of equipment needed to play ice hockey. However, it is for the safety of the players. The first thing you'll need is a pair of skates. And according to www.hockeymonkey.com, retrieved March 23, 2018, stated, player skates have a smooth edge from the front of the blade to the back. However, goalie skates are near to the ground and are designed for side-to-side movement. Every player needs a helmet with a cage and a mouth protector, a hockey stick to score goals, hockey pants that are specifically designed to take blows, hockey gloves to protect the outer hands, shoulder pads to protect the upper torso, chest, collarbone, and rib cage, elbow pads to protect the forearm, elbow, triceps from falling, shin guards so the players' kneecaps don't break. Kneecaps are the most vulnerable spot in hockey. Neck guard to prevent neck injuries, and a jock strap for men and pelvic protector for women. Now that we've looked at the equipment for ice hockey, let's see how physical the sport is. Just like any other sports, the league would like the players to come in with an average height and weight. And according to www.pensonpuppetplans.com, posted November 15, 2010, stated the average NHL player was anywhere between 6'1 and 6'2 and weighed anywhere from 202 to 204 pounds. Hockey can be the most physically demanding sport throughout the whole game, with players constantly running into each other and the side of the walls. According to mentalfloss.com, posted April 16, 2014, stated the 13 worst injuries in NHL history. Number 1 was Clint Malarchuk getting his jugular cut. His jugular was cut 6 inches deep and had to get 300 stitches. Today, we uncovered the history of hockey, we saw the equipment needed to play the sport, and we saw how physical the sport is. With the amount of hockey injuries every year, it shows that hockey is one of the most physically and most dangerous sports in the world. The players should make sure they have the proper equipment to stay safe and make sure there's no life-threatening injuries.